Yes, why do you ask? What's going on? I hear the local cops are trying to wrap this case up quickly. How do you know that? Been listening in, keeping a track. Honestly, as a resident of this town, hearing that doesn't make me feel safe at all. So since you're not from around here, I'm hoping you'll handle things differently. Can't really discuss that with you, William. I get it. Couldn't you tell me, though? Oh. Really? I mean, sure. Where were you on the night of the shootings? Around midnight? Right, I was at home drinking soda and playing video games around that time. Can anyone confirm this? My friend, Jeff, he's visiting me here for a few days. Have you always lived in Pineview? Oh no, I just moved here 3 months ago, fresh start and all, you know. This town is quality. It's been a short time, but I'm already quite familiar with it. The mist-covered hills, the small streets and markets, the slow pace of life. It's like the perfect place to escape to from the demons of your past, you know? Did you know Chris and Diane well? I didn't know. But then I barely know anyone in Pineview since I've only been here for 3 months. I do sympathise with what's happened, though. If it is murder-suicide, I can't imagine what they would have been going through that pushed them to it. It's really sad to even think about that. Have you noticed anything unusual lately, William? Not until the incident, no. The most unusual thing I can see, is how the cops are handling the investigation. If it is murder, and the killer is still about, then I've got to be on my guard for my own safety. True. Alright, we'll talk later, William. See ya! So we got Alan. Hear that music, dude? No, not really. Oh well, anyway, he's a great musician. Or was, 1969 to 1996. A person's lifetime of work, memories and experiences all reduced to that small hyphen between two numbers. It's messed up, man. Okay. So can I speak with Grandma now? There we go. That's Mrs. Brown. Hello, ma'am. Who is it? Ah, you're that detective, aren't you? Come to ask about the murders? Something troubles you, boy. What is it? What do you mean? I know a troubled soul when I see one, detective. But I understand you don't have the time for such questions. That is good, neither do I. Now what is it? Oh. How long have you lived in Pineview, Mrs. Brown? Or Miss Brown? I was born here. I've barely stepped outside Pineview all my life. I started the shop when I was about 25. I had to support myself once I lost my husband. Do you live alone, or do you have your family here with you? Johnny's the only family I've got. He's my grandson, lost my husband in the war. I was about 25. You must have seen Johnny, right? Always running around taking photos with his camera. His parents left him in a tough situation by making some stupid decisions in their lives. So I take care of him now. He's a good boy. He spends a lot of time helping his grandma around the shop. I'm getting older now, too. Willpower and mental strength can only get you so far. You know, time catches up with you, eventually. Not that I lack any mental strength, I've single-handedly taken care of a lot. Here. You really have, Miss Brown. Oh, Mrs. Brown. Wait, she says Mrs. Brown. And I call her Miss Brown, I guess? Or whatever. I really look up to you. You're doing quite well for yourself too, young lady. Where were you on the night of the shootings, Mrs. Brown? I went to bed at around 9 PM. Johnny could probably confirm that. He was home too. What can you tell me about Chris and Diane, Mrs. Brown? They were doomed from the start. Why do you say that? I told you, I know a troubled soul when I see one. And those two, I've seen it so many times over the years, one can always tell. Others will tell you that they were very much in love, but something wasn't right. I always knew that. Then when things really did start going wrong, everyone heard about it. Okay. We'll talk later, Mrs. Brown. Okay, detective, take care now. No added. Mrs. Brown. So I was at home with Johnny on the day of the shootings, went to bed by 9 PM, always knew the victims were troubled souls. So how could I, skip... What? Whoa. There we go, you just do that. And press B. I think I opened up too many things and the game didn't know what to do. Right, we're on Overlook Road now. Played that adventurous game? Not yet. Seriously? It's got the best graphics ever. The colours, the animations. Actually, I think I'm in the mood for something more open. No, before it was something more scary. Way to the hospital. Central Street. There we go. Oh, there's a barber. Game save. Now there's this guy here. Hey dude, what's up? I hear there's been a murder in this town. You're the guy investigating it, right? Yeah. That's cool. I'm... okay, a nerve, by the way. When did you reach Pineview? Exactly. Monday morning, dude. I saw you too. I think we checked into the hotel at about the same time. I get here and the first thing I know is that there's been a murder. But I like the look of this town, so I think I'll stick around. And honestly, this might sound a little odd, but it's kind of exciting. You know what I mean? Yee. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, not really. I'll just say I get it. Almost like a small-town murder mystery or something. Exactly. Plus, I'm staying in the same hotel as a detective. That's awesome. I'm excited to see what happens next. Why Pineview for a holiday? A friend of mine had been here a year back. Said Pineview is the best place to forget your troubles and start over. I don't know about troubles, but he wouldn't shut up about it, so I thought, why not? Gotta say, so far I'm not disappointed. This place is pretty cool. I've not visited many small towns like this before. Since I moved to this country a couple years ago. It's been the university and the places close by. So this is a really cool experience. Hey, there's the guy that constantly goes on about the game. The one that's got the really good graphics and stuff. Are you travelling alone? Yeah man, alone's the best. I've just graduated as an engineer, and I start my new job in a few weeks. Not sure how many more trips I'll be able to go on by myself, you know? Fair. We'll talk later. Alright, talk to you later. See ya. Alright, take me to East Hills. Pineview Medical Center. Although it doesn't look like it's got an eye, it looks like it says Pineview. Why does this place look decrepit? Like, there's windows with holes in? Pineview Medical Center, how old is this building? Old, very old. But Dr. Martinez makes up for it, he's great. He's in charge of the autopsy. He should be inside. Let's go. It looks a mess. That's the way in. The building looks quite old and damp. There's one thing that puts me off, it's damp and old hospitals. Can't stand them, no way. Alright, let's go in. Shall we go in? Yep, we don't have a choice. What the hell? Hello, Detective Stone. Officer Blunt. Hello, Doctor. How are you? Ah, just the usual, you know. This is a sad case living in Pineview. I don't do these often, thankfully. Anyway, shall we begin with the report? Who would you like to hear about first, Detective? Diane. Let's see Diane first. Alright, give me a minute, please. Huh. Ooh. And one more thing. The victim is Diane Miller, age 24. Okay. So, toxicology report. The toxicology report shows that Diane was under the influence of alcohol during the shooting. Diane? Only Chris had the wine from what we saw at the scene. Maybe she just had a little bit from Chris. The amount indicated in the report shows much more than that, officer. We didn't find any evidence in the house to suggest they'd been drinking anything else before that. Maybe they'd gone out that night and had drinks somewhere else as well. Good point, where could they have gone? We should look into that. So, examine the torso. A large amount of soot, soiling and burnt hairs around the wound indicate the shot was taken at close range. Say maybe a distance of less than 10 centimeters. The victim was shot in the upper abdomen, the bullet travelled through and hit the lower ribs, made its exit through the back. The shockwave from the round managed to rupture the heart without directly penetrating it. This caused a hemorrhage, an instant loss of consciousness, and immediate death. Jeez. Sheesh. Hens. There isn't any sign of struggle on the arms, or anything to suggest that Diane may have fired the gun. It's hard to say whether she held the gun at all, but the fingerprints report would probably reveal that. But it's worth noting that there are old scars on Diane's forearm, some more than a few years old. It's possible that she or someone else had harmed her more than a couple of times, probably using a blade. Is there anything else you can tell us about that? Any more details? It's hard to say anything more about this, Detective. The scars are very old. Okay. Conclusion. Well, what do you think, Dr. Martinez? Well, there's not much to conclude from this other than what I've already discussed. Someone shot Diane from close range. The wound matches the rounds and the gun found at the crime scene. There are signs showing physical trauma from her past, but nothing to suggest that there was any physical abuse on that day or in recent months. Let's take a look at Chris. Chris now, Doctor. Of course. And one more thing. Oh yeah, the light. How could I forget? What? What? Oh, what? I can't let you do this alone, Detective. You need my expertise. Well, actually. Doctor, shall we begin? Of course. The victim is Christopher Green, age 26. Okay. So, toxicology. Chris's toxicology report shows alcohol content in the system. How did he have that glass of wine on the table? Oh, he did have that. God, I can't read. He did have that glass of wine on the table. The amount indicates much more than just a glass, officer. Probably from when they'd gone out earlier that night. If they did, yes. Okay, examine his head. Oh, of course, that's where he was shot. Here we can clearly see a hard contact wound on the head caused by firing a handgun. As you can see, there's a small... Is that stellar-shaped hole on the right side of the head, on the temple. The skin around this is black and seared, residue from the gun and abrasion from overstretching of the skin. This is the entry wound. On his left, we can see a bigger irregular wound and secondary fractures of the skull. This is the exit wound. A large part of the ear is also missing. Ew. What about his hands? Examination of the victim's right hand shows clear traces of gunshot residue. I knew it. He did it! That's what he's gonna go to. Or his conclusion. Oh, there we go. Conclusion! What do you think, Dr. Martinez? The trauma to the brain caused by the bullet and the subsequent blood loss were the cause of death. The gunshot residue strongly suggests that Chris was the one to fire the gun. There's no evidence of another person physically forcing him to do this either. No physical marks on Chris to suggest any sort of struggle. He shot himself. It's definitely suicide. I knew it, of course. Ha! Why are you happy? Honestly, it could have been Chris that shot Diane. It could have been someone else too. It's hard to say from these results. It's pretty simple. They probably just had another one of their arguments on their night out. The alcohol must not have must have not helped either. Chris was probably too drunk. He did pour himself a glass at home. There were two glasses. There were two glasses. Doesn't really fit your narrative, does it? Whatever. Maybe he was trying to make up to her. Anyways, he poured himself a drink as they continued arguing, and she went upstairs to change. In a fit of drunkenness and rage, he grabbed his gun, maybe just to scare her. But when she came downstairs again, he'd had enough. Before she could say anything, he shot her. He then realised what he'd done in his drunken state and shot himself. That's it. Ryan, please. Doctor, if that's the case, wouldn't there be Diane's blood on Chris from backspatter? Not necessarily. Backspatter depends on a few different conditions. The velocity of the round and the region of the wound are two of them. As expected. Anyway, I should get going. Got some important work to finish. Bye-bye, dickhead. God, what a douche. We should be heading back too, Detective. Go on ahead. I'll catch up. I wanted to talk to Dr. Martinez about something. All right then. See you soon. Now that we're alone. Yes, Detective? What is it? Well... okay. I've recently been having bad dreams, and... when I wake up, I can't move my body for a few seconds. It's like I'm awake, I'm sure I am, but I can't do anything. I can't move or speak. I also see things, terrifying things. I haven't slept properly in days because of this. Well, Detective, What you're suffering from is called sleep paralysis. It's completely harmless. Seriously? As the name suggests, your body is paralyzed and asleep, even when your mind is awake. Often people witness visual and oral hallucinations as well. There is nothing to worry about in regards to the paralysis itself, apart from it being a completely terrifying experience. Gee, thanks. It might be a symptom of another issue though. When did this start? On my first night here in Pineview. Is anything stressing you out? This case maybe? It's nothing worse than what I've seen before. I don't think it's stress exactly. May not be the case then. Try to identify what it could be, and try dealing with it. I could prescribe you some sleep medicines, but I really wouldn't want you to become dependent on them. It'd be better for you to just try and relax. Talk about anything that may be bothering you, if you've made any friends here. I'll consider it. Alright, I'll think about it. Whatever it is, it'll only get worse if you sweep it under the rug. Remember, Detective, anything driven underground thrives, and then it festers. So I hope you do follow my advice. I'm always here if you need me. Talk to me, anytime. Yay, very nice. Alright, what we have to do— oh, what do we have next? Detective, I wanted to talk to you about something. Yes? Officer Watts, it's his birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to him. I thought we could go all out and celebrate it. We could all go out. Jesus. And celebrate it. You guys go ahead. Go ahead. You don't expect me to join, do you? Of course I do. It'll do you so much good. We all need a break too. Poor Ryan barely gets out much either, since he's had his first child. I've been planning to break him out of his dreadfully boring routine for a while now. What about his family? He'll spend most of the day after work with them. We'll only take him out later. What will I talk to him about? But what will I even talk to him about? There's so much to talk about. You could try getting to know him. There's always alcohol if you run out of things to say. So you'll be there, right? Fine. Doesn't really look like I have a choice. Glad you realised that. Cool. I'm excited. Jeez. Oh, okay. Oh, we're back here. Nice. Game save. Aspen Street. Right, so this is the way to speak with Brad. I think, anyway. Oh, wait, we're here again. Oh. Hey, whoa, you catch that douche that did the shooting yet? No, and I can't discuss the case with you. That's too bad. Yeah, that's too bad. Listen, you teach me investigating, I'll teach you skating and grinding. I'll even let you borrow my ride. No. Oh, that's too bad, man. Right, I've got moves that need busting. See you later. Okay, so we're going back to Main Street. Clearly the game's wanting me to go over there. Not entirely sure where, though. Like, where it's leading me to. Sorry, I was checking my phone. So, hang on, if I check the map, we are on... Central? Crime scene. Okay. This is Cliffview Road, so it's not here. I don't think. It does mention Main Street, though. Oh, wait. Oh, and it got the Sheriff's Department. Oh, I didn't see. Just with it pointed me towards Main Street, so I just thought, Happy Valley. Oh, there we go. Here we are. Press A to continue. Oh. Detective, Brad's here. Game saved. There's a bench. Oh wow, I could just take in the view. It's really pretty. Just the landscapes. I like how she just stopped. Oh, there we go. So Brad is here. You're Brad. Detective? Michael Stone, and this is Officer Blunt. I had no idea about this incident. I came as fast as I could. It's heartbreaking. I understand. Come on, let's just discuss this inside. Through here, Detective. Don't you have an interrogation room here? Not really, we'd ordinarily use a conference room in such a situation. But that's got a water leakage problem these days. All that rain must be, right? Actually, it's water from the second floor washroom. Sorry about it, Detective, but the storeroom's the best we have for now. That's alright. Anyway, bring Brad in. We've got a lot to get through. Alright. I'm sorry, I'm still in a bit of a shock. I just got the news last night. I had no idea. It's a weird time. I'm getting married in a few days and I was so stressed about that. I sent Chris an invitation not knowing if he'd respond. I hadn't talked to him in months, and then this. I can't believe it. I'm just shocked. Sorry, I'm just repeating myself over and over. That's alright, Brad. How long had you known Chris? How many years had you known Chris for? Chris, we met during high school. That's when we decided to major in business, and we were lucky enough to get into the same university. He had a knack for it. He'd been helping his uncle run his restaurant since he was 12. Uncle? Chris lived with his uncle. He took him in after Chris had been shuttled between his parents and foster homes for years. I see. Alright, Brad. I assume you knew Chris well. What was he like? Chris, he was ambitious as hell, driven, and optimistic. If he felt inspired by something, he'd do anything to achieve it. How was he with people? Did he get along with everyone? Was he a generally agreeable guy? Funny you should ask that. I really didn't understand him sometimes, you know? He'd always keep to himself, didn't want to bother with people. It kind of worried me at times. But I just didn't understand the concept of introversion at the time, I think. I'd do stuff like skip parties just so he wouldn't get lonely on a Saturday night. That bugged the hell out of him. Would he get into arguments with people? Short temper or anything? Oh no, not at all. Don't think I'd ever seen him lose his temper. No, he just liked his own company, I think. Interesting. What was Diane like? How well did you know Diane? I didn't, really. I'd only met her a couple of times through Chris, after they'd started dating. Whatever I knew about her, it was mostly from what Chris had told me. Oh. She definitely had a power over him, though. He was smitten. I'd never seen him like that. Did Chris talk about Diane with you? Did he tell you anything at all? Yeah, he'd share things during the first couple of months. After the New Year's Eve party, she didn't get back to him. He'd asked for her phone number that night, but she didn't give it. She said she'd find out his number and call him, if she wanted to. That wait, the lack of response, contact, or even a single call drove him slightly crazy. By the time she did call him, he was done. He was completely into her. That uncertainty made him want her. Bad. Makes sense. Oh, we're now playing as again. Hi! Diane! It's good to see you again. Oh, it's good to see you too, Chris. I didn't think we'd be meeting again, actually. I've been waiting for you to call. Holy cow, easy with the desperate tone, boy. You'd been waiting for... You know what, forget I said anything. Where are we going? It's a surprise, Chris. It's my turn to show you something cool. I got you something, actually. Oh, really? It's a book. You said you wanted to travel, right? To go somewhere far away? The Dreamer's Guide to the World. This book is written to inspire people like you. That's really sweet, Chris. Thanks. Well, this is us. Come on. That's a small bus. Hot damn. That's a really small bus. Right, here we are. I've got something cool to show you, but first we'll need that boat. Oh, is that your boat? No. Are we stealing it? We're just borrowing it, Chris. Come on, you're not scared, are you? I know you're not. This isn't right. No, I'm not scared. Of course you're not, and you shouldn't be. We're only taking it around for a bit. Plus, if anyone confronts us, I'll talk to them. It'll be no trouble at all. Alright. See if you can get the boat started. I should probably get whatever's in the car first. A red truck, I wonder if it belongs to the boat's owner. The key is still inside. I don't like this, he could be anywhere. I thought you said you weren't scared. But what if he has a gun? He doesn't have a gun, Chris. How do you know? I don't. Just take everything. Drive, search. Search. Car's open, the key is in here too. There's a fuel container in the back. There's a bunch of tools. Those pair of gardening scissors might come in handy. Take the scissors. I got the scissors. Now what? Cut something. Okay. Take the fuel container. Alright, got the fuel. Fill fuel. Car's filled up with fuel now. Remove fuel. Well, I got it all back. I can put fuel in the boat now. Drive. I'd really love to get out of here, but I'm not going to drive away in a stolen car. Nice. Alright, cool. I got fuel. There's a rope holding the boat in. A bunch of posts have collapsed around the boat. There's no way I'm getting the boat out of the water before I clear them out. Okay. What the hell? So, cut rope. Alright, the rope is off. So, fill with fuel? Actually, wait, I could... Oh, no, if I fill with... Hang on, can I take the rope and attach it to the boat? Right, so I took the rope. Oh, it doesn't say I can do anything with it. Okay. Oh, actually, wait. Ah, here we go. Attach rope. Oh, I see what you're doing. Smart. Oh, I see. If I attach it to the car... Hope this works. Oh, I need fuel. Crap. Oh, I have the fuel on me. Duh. Sheesh. Alright, fill with fuel. The car's filled up with fuel now. Drive. Alright, now I can now use the truck to pull those posts out. Here we go. There we go. That was cool. That was vandalism. Yee. Oh well. We're fine. Right, so now take the fuel for the boat. Oh, got it all back. There we go. Perfect. Don't think we need the rope. So now we've done this. So fill with fuel. Filled it up. Awesome. Turn on engine. It starts. I'll need to push the boat into the water before we can get moving. Push. You're awesome. You did it. Alright, let's go. I didn't need to sit inside. What the? That looks weird. This is beautiful, isn't it? I knew you'd like it. You used to come here all the time a few years back. Just to get away from everything. Why are we in like a teeny little box? This is my secret world away from the real world. Why did you stop coming? I don't know. I guess I wasn't enough anymore. It wasn't enough anymore. Am I dreaming? Is this really happening? Oh, just look at her. Is she even real? Alright, Chris, play it cool. Play it cool. Stop being weird. Game saved. Yeah, I don't really understand the little box. It seems like a bug. It looks really weird, though. It's still there! This is incredible. Come on, I'll show you my favourite spot. Oh my god, the box is still there. What? It's like I'm being looked at. Oh, okay, I sat down. It's been years since I was here last. I'd come and sit here for hours whenever I was feeling overwhelmed. Alone? Yeah, that's the best way, isn't it? I'm happy you're here. Are we waiting for her to sit down? Ah, I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you're here, actually. Oh, come on. That's sweet, but really? I thought you liked your own company. Yeah, I do. But sometimes I can't really enjoy being alone, because a voice in my head starts worrying me and that I might be unwanted. What good is happiness by yourself if the world doesn't need or care about you? If people don't need you, is your happiness alone even valid? Of course it is. So I end up comparing myself to the cool kids, like I'm lesser. That messes with me, so I can't really have a good time by myself. Who wants to fit in anyway? Mostly I don't care. I enjoy working or spending time on hobbies. But it's like, what's the point of all the cool things you do or experience alone if nobody cares? And then maybe doing great work... Is this zooming in? Can't tell. Maybe doing great work could help you be a part of the picture. Maybe fame and recognition could help you claim a place in the world. As if great work or fame can make up for personal shortcomings. I've never felt that way. Who cares what people think? I like being by myself, because that means I don't have to deal with them. People can be horrible. Some of them. I'm just not interested in being a part of their shitty picture. Screw being admired or accepted, I think. Looking for that is a waste of time. But also, everyone feels that way, Chris. At least some of the time. Everyone fears the thought of not fitting in. It's not just you, don't worry. Really? Doesn't feel like it somehow. Even people with fame, despite what you think. Most just don't show it. You're fine as you are. Everyone is. Don't be so hard on yourself. Especially you. You're intelligent, ambitious, good-looking, funny, and... She called me good-looking. So don't worry. Wait, why am I talking about all this? And embarrassing myself? Ugh, idiot. What's wrong with me? She just cares something about herself. Forget all that. It just bothers me sometimes. But sometimes. It's not a big deal. Tell me about you. Tell you what about me? Ooh. So, sure. Tell me about your family and childhood. Wow. What? You chose a topic I care to talk the least about. Try again. Your friends. Tell me about your friends. Ah, friends. Yes. I don't know how I feel about them. Actually, I'm not in a mood to talk about them. Tell me about yours. I have some good friends. Brad's one, and Emily. You know them. There are a couple of other guys that I meet sometimes. But mostly it's just me and Brad. We're pretty close. Good for you. He's a great guy. Previous relationships. Why? Dating anyone right now? Say no. Please say no.